At the beginning, I wanted to do a sculpture show. I thought that to call it an history of contemporary sculpture was a little bit too presumptuous.
I've known Francesco Bonami for some time. I like the way he sees the contemporary art world and the works of art and the work of artists within the contemporary world. So I asked him if he could come and work with us here at Phillips to see what he could do with the new space.
So now I saw this space and was a construction site, but the scale and the breadth of the architecture make me think about the sculpture garden at the Metropolitan, and I thought it would have been great to make a little version of the sculpture garden here in this space. I think that the first piece that I wanted was the Charlie Ray. I think it's essential to the exhibition, is an important piece in contemporary art, recent history, and I thought that was the piece. And around that I started to build a little bit. They're all little monuments to something. Each work, represents a little moment in the way artists create a space. You definitely see what the artists did in the last 30 years, how they approach material, how they use technology, and the variety of ways that sculpture was addressed.
It's extraordinary. I mean, it has brought the whole building alive and really shows to the whole of the art world just what we can do as a company in terms of exhibiting contemporary art.
As a curator, I always change my direction, and today the boundaries between museum, auction houses, gallery are really blurred. This is a challenge. We have to give a new spirit to an auction house. It's a big challenge, and I think it's interesting to see if we can pull it together. And of course, there is always the critic that will point out the missing thing, but that's I'm used as a curator to. The perfect show are boring, so I think it's good. If something is missing, it's good, because you can always do another show with what is missing.